What is up, everybody? I am Dappz here with Ethan on this week's episode of Up or Down. Today, we're going to talk about this Ohtani card with its record-breaking sale. What's crazy, this is his most expensive card sold to date, and it's not even his rookie card. This card is exclusively from the Dappz 50/50 set. Dappz is breaking the mold by making moment cards via Dappz Now. So when a moment happens in sports, Dappz is going to produce a card instantly and put it on their websites for sale. Today, we're going to find out if Dappz Now cards have the potential to be worth more than certain rookie cards. So recently, this Shohei Ohtani one-of-one logo min out of 2024 Dappz Now just broke the record for any Ohtani card, over $1 million, smashing the previous Ohtani record. I think it was around $530,000 for an orange Bowman rookie, I believe, that sold back in November. The question is this sale justified? Is Dappz Now the future? What is the value of Shohei Ohtani's Bowman rookie now? Superfractor.
We're in a new dawn of sports cards. That Paul Skeens sale has changed the market completely. Doing $1 million, not only for just a card, for a patch auto baseball card, is kind of reinventing the market for baseball. Ohtani's 50/50 sale is his first $1 million sale and definitely won't be his last. We probably now have 10 to 20 different sales of Ohtani that should be over $1 million, given what Skeens did. And now, have you ever seen a logo man on a baseball player do this much money before? I've never even heard of such a thing. Traditionally, baseball cards are flat, thin cards. Now we're seeing the rise of thick cards with patches and autos. And Dappz Now is going to be... It's going to have all of them. Dappz Now is going to make all these products, so they're going to be the future of the product.
It's going to be a premier product for sure, Dappz Now. And to be honest, I was pretty critical of Dappz Now because I do think they need to work on a lot of their designs on more of the base cards. I'm not in love with the Dappz Now logo. It looks a little cheap to me in the top left, whereas like Dappz Chrome logo looks elite. Right? Like that is just, they're not comparable, the Dappz Now logo and the Dappz Chrome logo. So I don't know if they can kind of merge those or they can eventually put the Dappz Chrome logo on a Dappz Now card and somehow identify it in an alternate way. But I would like to see that because I think that if you're going to produce these Dappz Now cards and set the stage for collectors to say, this is the premium product, it should look and feel like a premium product. It shouldn't be this card stock that's super flimsy, right? You want to have a better looking product. So this logo min is absolutely ridiculous. But for a 2024 product that isn't a rookie to sell for $1 million, I mean, I don't think there's been a Wembanyama sale for $1 million. I don't think there's been a CJ Stroud sale for $1 million. I don't think there's been a Jaden Daniels sale for $1 million. These are all rookie cards. Listen, Ohtani is a one-of-a-kind player, but this is a 2024 product, right? So 50/50, historic year, absolutely. This is very, very cool to watch. So this is the 50/50 Ohtani selling for $1 million. The next closest is a 2018 Bowman Chrome rookie autograph orange that did $340K on the same day. One sold at Heritage, the orange sold at Golden. The next card on this list is at $225,000, the Dappz Now inscribed Auto Gold one-of-one Ohtani, which also is a pretty sick card considering Ohtani wrote 50/50 Club on it. And then we have the 2018 Bowman Chrome Rookie Auto Gold that did $200K. And this is really interesting to me. 2018 Dappz Chrome Update Superfractor Shohei Ohtani one-of-one did $125K. And this goes back to our episode last week where we brought this up with Paul Skeens. The Paul Skeens first Bowman Superfractor, which should be his most valuable card in theory, next to the pro debut or with the pro debut. Now, previous to a pro debut, I don't think this was even a consideration. His first Bowman Superfractor of any player is the most valuable. Sold for around $120K or $110K. You can check me on that. Then his update sold for within $10,000. Same amount of money for the update, Dappz Chrome, and the first Bowman Superfractor. So my question now is, if his Dappz Chrome update Superfractor is $125K, that would mean his true rookie should be within $10,000 if the numbers line up. And I'm saying this doesn't line up to me.
Yeah, looking over this, all these cards on this screen are shitty cards. I mean, there's 5 out of reds, there's Superfractors, there's Carrying Bag SPs, there's 2 of the top 3 cards of Ohtani are Topps Now cards. He has 10, 15 cards that are better than what I'm looking at the screen. So are we going to see, is Mickey Mantle, should he be worried that Ohtani's about to pass him? Because a true red auto PSA 10, if the orange is 341, then the red's probably 1.5. And then what's the Superfractor? So, like, if you really want to stack these up on top of each other, given this rate, given what Paul Skeens is doing, Ohtani might have a $5-10 million card.
I mean,
soon
based on these numbers, Ohtani should have a $10 million card, and that might be insane to say. But if Paul Skeens is worth $1 million and Ohtani bats, pitches, first guy ever to steal 50 bags and hit 50 home runs, won a championship, like has two or three MVPs now. I think he has 3 MVPs, and he's still 30 years old, however old he is. Like, this guy has racked up the things you need to up your card price, whereas Paul Skeens has pitched 1 year on the Pirates, right? He's not winning a championship anytime soon. Potential Cy Young candidate, but again, we are really early in the season. We're not talking about any Cy Young right now. And listen, his first start, I think he went 5.1 innings, 7 Ks, no decision. Now, that's not his fault. He looked good. He didn't strike out 12 guys. His first inning out, just like locked down everybody. So that's something I would go, oh my goodness, like he's about to just dominate the league, Paul Skeens. So now the question is, what is Ohtani's card worth? Which card is it? I assume it's the Bowman Superfractor rookie that you'd have to compare to the price of Paul Skeens' pro debut patch. Do you think that's fair?
Very fair. I also think that, look at the Gold 9.5 auto, did 100K. So a PSA 10 is probably 150K. Then there's the orange, then there's the red, then there's the Superfractor. It's like these sales, these aren't as close to his best 100 cards. We're going to see Ohtani break Mantle soon enough. And Topps Now might be what sets it up over the edge, because the logo man did $1 million. What if we can grab an Ohtani card that's just even cooler than that? You know, we still have, Ohtani's 27 years old, 26 years old. We still have 10 more years of him. He's probably going to break that 50-50.
So we have a Mantle comparison at 12.5 mil, where I think we're a little bit ahead of that number one because time. So it took 70 years for that card to accumulate that price, and Ohtani could do something similar over 70 years. But to be honest, if Ohtani's career ended today, he's nowhere near Mantle, right? He's nowhere near Mantle, and all these prices will probably go down. He's still an incredible player, you know, once-in-a-lifetime kind of guy, but also Mike Trout. A couple years ago, everyone was like, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He has 3 MVPs, and you can see what injuries can do to somebody's career. Nobody is buying Mike Trout cards, talking about Mike Trout, cares about Mike Trout, which is, you know, as a sports fan, it's just, what have you done for me lately, right? And I, as a baseball fan, I love Mike Trout, but the fact of the matter is, Elly De La Cruz, Shohei Ohtani, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holiday, Vladimir Guerrero, like the list goes on, Bobby Witt Jr., like you could start naming 10 to 15 to 20 players that baseball fans are more excited about than talking about Mike Trout.
Yeah, but let's get one thing, like, Mickey Mantle is not the best baseball player ever. Mickey Mantle might not even be a top 10 baseball player ever. People love that card because in the moment, that was the shit. Right now, Ohtani is cream of the crop. Like, everyone's into it. It's an international thing. It's not just an American thing.
But the one thing you're missing is Mantle also won, I think, 5 championships. So, like, Ohtani has to win. If he gets 3 championships, I think he's the same as Mantle. He doesn't need to win 5 because he's going to have more MVPs than Mantle, and he's going to have these very unique records like 50-50, and he's also a pitcher. So these things obviously factor into it. I think that's where you come up with this like LeBron versus MJ thing where, MJ fans are, oh, well, he's 6 for 6. He never lost a championship. And then the LeBron fans are like, oh, well, he won less championships, but he has the most points ever. He's top 5 in assists. He's going to be top 5 in steals. He's going to be top 1 in points. Like the body of work, right? That's how they make different arguments. So with Ohtani and Mickey Mantle, like you're going to do the same thing. It's the body of work over the course of your career.
A lot of the value doesn't come from the body of the work. A lot of the value comes from the hype, and strictly that. Like I said, if you look at Roger Maris's numbers next to Mickey Mantle's numbers, Roger Maris cards should be doing more. If you look at Luka Doncic cards, there's no reason they should be doing more than Jokic cards. He's not even close to as good. It's all about hype at the end of the day. It's what people like to see on the cards, and people just love Ohtani.
Well, I think the two things we're talking about right now is you're talking about in the moment. You're absolutely right. The whole market and the whole hobby is predicated on hype. I completely agree. I'm talking about, though, if Luka Doncic never wins anything in his career, MVP or championship, Joker will obviously be a more valuable card over time. That's not a question. I don't think you would argue that, right? 20 years from now, you're going to go, oh my God, Joker had 4 MVPs, won 1 or 2 championships, right? Like that's gonna lead to whatever the price becomes of Joker's cards, right? Whereas Luka, if he doesn't win anything, like his cards can't go up.
No,
they just go down from here, right? Where Joker, no matter what, over time, he has the potential to continuously go up because of his legacy, right? Mantle's legacy is set. Ohtani the foundation is being set right now. He's got a couple more things to do. But remember, the one thing we also didn't add to this is that Mickey Mantle, SGC 9.5, sold for $12 million. There are currently 3 PSA 10s in the world, and the collectors who own them have never put them to auction. So that card, in theory, is worth somewhere between $20 and $30 million. Those 3 PSA 10 Mickey Mantles. So Ohtani, while I agree, based on the numbers we're looking at, should have a $10 million card. But also, SGC 9.5, highest graded ever, lasted 70 years.
Timeless. It's a timeless
card.
But we don't know yet if the Ohtani cards are going to be timeless. And what helps the timeless argument is these Topps Now cards that will ingrain them in time. I think, what if we see one day Ohtani goes 70-70 and pitches for 300 strikeouts in a season, then that card might be the next $10 million cards. Topps Now has been launching the coolest stuff in terms of, last week I saw the Mookie Betts walk-off gloves in the product. Like, this is what National Treasures has always wanted to be, but it's hard for them to capture the moment when they don't have an instant release.
Absolutely, and I think that we talked about last week, we had kind of floated these ideas out to Topps where, oh, well, you should have a patch on the jersey so that if a moment happens in sports, you can take that patch off and put it into a card. And I think that this 50-50 logo min kind of shows that Topps is already thinking forward like that, but they just took the MLB logo from that jersey. I think it would be extremely cool to make a defined patch that is not that logo, right? It is a patch like the Pro Debut, unique patch, so that, like we talked about, if the athlete wants to keep his jersey when he broke a record, he can keep the jersey. But the patch comes off and it goes into a card for collectors. So I think Topps is doing a pretty phenomenal job at innovation and being creative. Nothing is perfect. Like I said, back to the Topps Now logo, I think when you're releasing these immediate cards, like the Steph KD LeBron card, is that the best looking card?
No.
I just think it can look better, right? It's amazing that it has all their autographs on it, but I'd really like to see a better design for a card that you're going to say is it's going to be worth $1 million, $2 million, whatever the number is. The card should be, it should just look sick.
It looks like a Leaf Trinity card.
It looks like a Leaf Trinity card.
Well, we also know what the card looks like because it doesn't exist.
Right. And a lot of the Topps Now stuff that's been released, and I know they're printing these things fast, but, if they have templates built of art or designs that are pre-made, and then Ohtani hits 60 home runs and steals 60 bases next year, They overlay that onto the template that's already built, and they make a cool piece of art out of it.
I also wanted to add that logo man is not from the jersey. I'm pretty sure it's from the glove.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I feel like a real logo. It is a real logo man, but it's not the logo man.
You know what, though? I think that does not matter if he wore it in the game. You know what I mean? Whether it's from your jersey or your glove, like if you have a piece of like the legacy of an athlete in a card, that means something, and that's worth a 10x in price, right, over another card, because this card is printed by Panini or Topps, and it's printed to 1, and it's signed, so we've said that it has a value of X. But if you have a moment from an actual athlete's game-worn jersey or glove or cleat or whatever, and then he also signs it and it's a 1 of 1, like you're basically encapsulating time in the card, which I think is awesome. Is Topps doing an incredible job marketing cards, because now we have a $1 million Paul Skeens sale followed by a $1 million Ohtani sale within 2 weeks of one another. So I don't think the hobby's seen this in a while, where like $1 million sale, $1 million sale, headline news
of new product,
right?
Yeah.
So listen, the Paul Skeens, I guess you could call that new product, but at minimum, that's a rookie card. This is a 2024 Ohtani card selling for $1 million, which I don't remember the last sale this big of a player who was drafted 5, 6, 7 years ago, and then just has a card come out in 2024 or recent, and it sells for this type of money.
I mean, the last card that I can think of that did crazy numbers and wasn't a rookie are the triple logo mans.
Right.
The LeBrons, the Currys, those.
So it's interesting to see this release. It's interesting to see, will there be a variation of this in football? Will there be a variation of this in basketball? I mean, I don't know if Topps, because they didn't have the licenses, didn't set this up for a LeBron James, because the same way Ohtani has his 50-50, what would a LeBron James logo from the jersey he broke the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar point record go for?
It'd be the highest selling card of all time.
It would have to be, right? Because 50-50 is awesome, first time it's ever done, but this is LeBron James breaking the scoring record. He's at top of the list of points scored in NBA history, and they're saying that will never be broken. Whereas this Ohtani 50-50 record is cool, but you're not at the top of a list for endless amounts of time.
And I'm pretty sure we already have logo man autos of LeBron doing over $1 million in the past. So if there's just a better version of those, because he doesn't have any rookie logo mans. His logo man came from 2005, 2004. The duels with like Larry Hughes and Mo Williams and Michael Jordan. I think if they did a time-stamped one for the 50-50 game, it would probably be the greatest card of all time.
Okay, how about this Topps idea of the week? First playoff win patch, and the example we can use is Jaden Daniels, right? Gets his first playoff win last season as a rookie. He was wearing that patch in the game. That comes off, goes into a card. I could see that being a very, very valuable card, not for Jaden Daniels specifically, but for any athlete where you have a piece of their first playoff win, right? And then you can do that for the championship round. You can do that for the semifinals, whatever it may be. But also think about like Final Four right now, NCAA. Imagine if there was Final Four patches.
Like a Cooper flag patch.
You're telling me that wouldn't do crazy amounts of money?
Do they even have logo men for college players? I've never even seen that.
I've never seen that, but that's 100% something that they need to figure out, because there is a huge market. I think we talked about last week. There's $3 billion bet on March Madness. Tons of people watch it. It's one of the biggest sporting events of the year.
It's a fan base we haven't touched yet, like as the basketball fans, like Indiana fans, Duke fans, UCLA fans, they have tons of money to spend, and they don't have any cards that they're really looking after.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think, whether it's Panini or whether it's Fanatics, definitely have to think about how to make those cool patches for college cards as well. But this Ohtani sale has been pretty insane.
Yeah, it's been a wild run, and then we just started. It's been 2 weeks. We've had 2 crazy sales. What's next?
Yeah, what is next?
Yeah, I want to go through Golden and Alt and PWCC and see what other nukes they have lined up. I also think in the next month, we're going to have a crazy Kobe sale. Kobe's are up so big, and there's not really any $1 million Kobe sales outside the PMG.
Well, I have $1 million Kobe.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
It's a 1 of 1.
What card is it?
It's a piece of his jersey, so it's a patch auto, and it's numbered 8 of 24 out of Panini Black. I think it was 2008, maybe. But it's got to be $1 million.
Could be a couple million.
It's exactly.
Yeah, you're selling yourself short.
That's what I'll show it to you later.
All right, cool. Perfect.
All right, well, we'll see which card sells for $1 million next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Guys, that's a wrap for this week's episode of Up or Down. I'm your host, Dappz, co-host Ethan. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Let us know in the comments how you feel about Topps Now being the next premier product. Does it have the ability to pass the price of rookie cards that are traditionally the most expensive in the market? Or are we going to see Topps Now be the new market record breaking sales every year? Please like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all you guys for watching. We will see you next week on Up or Down.